The Bastrop EDC Board reserves the right to convene into executive session at any time during the meeting regarding any agenda item in compliance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Chapter 551, Government Code. 2.1, the Bastrop EDC Board of Directors will meet in a closed executive session pursuant to the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, to discuss the following. Section 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations related to Project Be Well. The Bastrop EDC Board of Directors will reconvene into open session to discuss, consider, and/or take any action necessary related to the executive sessions noted herein. Are there any public comments? Public hearings. The EDC Board will conduct public hearings to receive input from the general public on proposed economic development projects being considered by the BEDC. 4.1. Infrastructure project. Pursuant to LGC Section 501-103, the BEDC is proposing to expend Type B economic development funds for funding of an infrastructure improvement project consisting of the extension of Agnes Street and related drainage improvements necessary to promote or develop new or expanded business enterprises. Costs for this project are anticipated not to exceed $1.2 million.
Thank you, Board. Just to give y'all a reminder and a brief update on this project, this is a project that was included in the FY 2018 budget that started on October 1st. This is a public hearing to receive input from the public on this. This is the project to extend Agnes Drive from 304 at Home Depot Way to the east to the property line, what we commonly refer to as the Nixon track, where the pecan trees are out there on Highway 71 on the frontage road on the south side there. This would be a 2 lanes of what is referred to as a Super 4, a 4-lane divided road. It would be the northern 2 lanes as part of this project. It's number 9 out of 34 in the City of Bastrop Transportation Plan. It is part of the EDC's mission to provide infrastructure in the larger sense, but now in the smaller sense of new and expanded business enterprise. There are some opportunities related to this extension of street to attract some new business and expand some business in Bastrop, and we anticipate the cost not to exceed $1.2 million that it was previously budgeted in the FY 2018 budget. This is also a project in which we have a reimbursement resolution to potentially do a debt issuance on it. Should the board so choose to at a later date, we will be bringing back to y'all the opportunity to consider issuing debt for this project. We can, once we have cleared all of the governmental hurdles here, start expending funds with that reimbursement resolution in place. And so this is the public hearing for that to receive input from the public. Any questions on the project itself?
Are you putting sidewalks along that new road?
Yes. So part of this project with the Super 4 building the 2 north lanes, there will be multimodal sidewalks that run the length of that. This is the most likely route long-term in the next 36 months as we're able to connect up Agnes to Agnes. Hopefully in the rights-of-way study that the City of Bastrop has conducted, we're exploring what that route looks like to make sure that it's feasible. But yes, sidewalks all the way down through there, which will tie it back into where Agnes comes into Walmart. And then from there, it will tie into the downtown trail expansion and connect up Hunter's Crossing to downtown, into Walmart, into HEB there as well, where the sidewalks are, and all the way up to the state park once the state park trail is built. So yes, that was contemplated in it, and so it's 2 lanes of road plus the multimodal sidewalk, and then the drainage for the road going to the Colorado River. Water and wastewater improvements are on the developer expense related to specific projects in that region, so we don't have any water and wastewater improvements with this project.
Any other comments, questions? Okay, item 4.2, performance agreement pursuant to LGC Section 501.158. The BEDC is proposing to enter into a performance agreement with Seton Family of Hospitals, Seton, for the development and operation of a 20,000 square foot limited service short stay hospital with emergency room and medical offices facility hospital, and for Seton's contribution to the cost of drainage improvements necessary for both the aforementioned infrastructure project and the proposed hospital.
Thank you, Board. This is the public hearing for a performance agreement related to Seton Hospital's development adjacent to the infrastructure project aforementioned. The actual inducement or incentive or whatever you would refer to it as is actually the construction of Agnes Drive to service the south side of the hospital so that it'll have access off of 304 and ultimately going all the way through to Hassler once we're able to connect up Agnes, that middle section again. This is the public hearing to receive input from the public on this project as it relates to Seton and the documentation necessary for us to paper this correctly to be able to go and construct the road as an infrastructure project. Seton has some timelines that they have requested that we meet, and so as part of that, we will be in rapid hurry as soon as that performance agreement is approved in moving the engineering forward on this project. We do not have the performance agreement to bring forward to the board or the public today. There were some changes that were made that we are still negotiating out with Seton and its lawyers and the developer of the track. And so item 5.1, which is the approval of the performance agreement, it is staff's recommendation at this point to pull that item today, but it is necessary to go ahead and hold this public hearing so we can receive public input. The public hearing, both public hearings were posted in the Bastrop Advertiser in the Saturday's edition. They were posted on the bulletin boards here at City Hall. They were provided out via email to those folks that have requested them from us when we're holding meetings and public hearings. And so we are here as the general concept of entering into a performance agreement as part of this public hearing to receive input from the community on whether this is a project that they support or have comments related to for the board.
Questions or comments? No. The Bastrop Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors will reconvene into open session to consider, discuss, and take possible action concerning the above items. So 5.1 has been pulled from the agenda. Or do you?
I would go ahead and read the item.
So 5.1, consideration, discussion, and possible action on Resolution R 2017-0021 of the Bastrop EDC approving the terms of an economic development performance agreement with Seton Family of Hospitals, approving the terms of an agreement for construction of stormwater drainage improvements with Seton Family of Hospitals and 71 Retail Partners LP, and authorizing all necessary actions, including execution of necessary documentation and providing an effective date.
5.1, it is staff's recommendation and legal counsel's recommendation at this time that this item not be approved and be brought back to the board at a later date. We will get there, I promise.
Got it. Okay.
If Seton's watching, it's for you. We will get there.
Moving on to 5.2, consideration, discussion, and possible action on Resolution R 2017-0022 of the Bastrop EDC approving the funding of the extension of the public road known as Agnes Street as an infrastructure improvement project, authorizing all necessary actions, including execution of necessary documentation and providing an effective date.
This resolution here approves Agnes Street as a project of the EDC board and defines what that is. It is contingent upon approval of the performance agreement at a later date, but our recommendation as staff and legal counsel is to approve this item today. Go ahead. This item is ready and prepared, and our recommendation is to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2017-022.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item 5.3, consideration, discussion, and possible action on Resolution R 2017-0023 of the Bastrop EDC to enter into a professional service agreement contract with Bowman Consulting for the Agnes Extension Project.
So as part of the Agnes Street project, we need to retain the services of an engineering firm. We have brought forward the standard professional services agreement of the EDC with a scope of work from Bowman Consulting, who has been working with us on this project in the preliminary design phases of it. They will provide to us, as part of this professional services agreement, construction plans, bid documents, and bidding support, meeting and coordination, and owner's representation. The total cost of their contract is estimated at $78,500, which is within the opinion of probable cost estimate range.
I motion that we accept the resolution R 2017-003. 23.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Any opposed? I want to thank the board for their flexibility for these meetings, and staff and legal counsel. I know you guys are working hard, and there's no doubt that we will see this to the finish line. So I appreciate everyone's effort and time.
Yes, and expect us to be reaching out to y'all as we get the performance agreement into its final phases and get it into a document that can be approved. To need a special meeting of the board, we will work with the public and the board to find a time that is convenient for everybody to potentially call you back before the regular meeting to keep all of this moving forward in a timely fashion. So we appreciate y'all's time this morning.
We are adjourned.